The Hatfields and McCoys, the Montagues and Capulets. History and literature are filled with tales of families torn apart by bitter feuds. These stories, often dramatic and tragic, serve as cautionary reminders of the destructive power of family conflict. They highlight the deep wounds that can fester for generations when disagreements escalate into entrenched animosity. While these famous feuds might seem like extreme examples, they reflect a universal truth. Family conflicts are a common human experience. These conflicts, though often less dramatic than their fictional counterparts, can still have a profound impact on our lives and relationships. Understanding the dynamics of family feuds, their common causes, and their lasting effects is crucial for navigating these turbulent waters. By recognizing the warning signs and learning effective communication and conflict resolution strategies, we can work toward healing and reconciliation. Ultimately, the goal is not to erase our differences, but to find ways to coexist peacefully and respectfully, even amidst disagreements. This requires empathy, understanding, and a willingness to mend broken bridges. What exactly constitutes a family feud? It's not just a fleeting argument over who forgot to take out the trash. A feud runs deeper, characterized by a prolonged period of hostility, resentment, and estrangement between family members. This often involves a pattern of conflict where disagreements are frequent and rarely resolved, leading to a cycle of anger and bitterness. Emotional intensity, with feelings of hurt, betrayal, and anger running deep, making rational discussion difficult. Communication breakdown, where family members withdraw, avoid each other, or engage in hostile communication. And lasting impact, where the feud casts a long shadow, affecting family gatherings, relationships with other relatives, and even future generations. Family feuds can erupt between siblings, parents and children, in-laws, or even extended family members. Regardless of who's involved, these conflicts can be incredibly painful and divisive, leaving lasting scars on the family fabric. Family feuds rarely erupt out of thin air. They are often fueled by underlying issues and simmering resentments that have been allowed to fester over time. Some common causes include financial disputes, where disagreements over inheritances, property, or financial support can quickly escalate into bitter feuds. Differing values, such as clashes in political or religious beliefs, lifestyle choices, or parenting styles, can create significant rifts. Past hurts, like unresolved childhood conflicts, perceived favoritism, or past betrayals, can create lasting wounds that fuel present-day anger. Misunderstandings, where lack of communication, assumptions, and differing perceptions can easily escalate into full-blown conflicts. And personality clashes, where sometimes personality differences and conflicting communication styles can make it challenging for family members to coexist peacefully. Identifying the root cause of the feud is essential for finding effective solutions. By understanding the underlying issues, family members can begin to address them in a constructive and meaningful way. The emotional toll of family feuds is significant. Living with unresolved conflict can lead to stress and anxiety, where constant tension and worry can take a toll on mental and physical health. Depression and isolation, where family feuds can lead to feelings of sadness, loneliness, and isolation. Guilt and shame, where individuals may blame themselves for the conflict or feel ashamed of the family dysfunction. Damaged relationships, where feuds can strain relationships with other family members, creating a ripple effect of pain and division. An impact on future generations, where children who witness family feuds may develop their own emotional and relational difficulties. The emotional burden of family feuds often extends beyond the individuals directly involved. It can affect spouses, children, and even future generations, creating a legacy of pain and dysfunction. Section 5. Echoes of Ourselves. Real-life examples of family feuds. Family feuds are not just the stuff of legend. They are a reality for many people. Consider these examples. The case of the contested will. Two siblings become embroiled in a bitter legal battle over their parents' estate, their relationship irrevocably damaged by greed and resentment. The divided family Thanksgiving. A family Thanksgiving dinner is marked by icy silence and palpable tension due to a long-standing feud between two brothers who haven't spoken in years. The estranged mother and daughter. A mother and daughter, estranged for over a decade due to a hurtful argument, struggle to reconnect, haunted by past hurts and unspoken apologies. These real-life examples illustrate the pervasive nature of family feuds and the devastating impact they can have on individuals, relationships, and families as a whole. They serve as a reminder that even seemingly minor disagreements can escalate into major conflicts if left unaddressed. Section 6. Bridging the Divide: Strategies for Resolution. Resolving family feuds is rarely easy, but it is possible. It requires a willingness to communicate, to forgive, and to rebuild trust. Here are some strategies that can help. Open and honest communication. Create a safe space for family members to express their feelings, needs, and perspectives respectfully. Active listening. Make a conscious effort to truly hear and understand the other person's point of view, even if you don't agree with it. Focus on the present. Try to let go of past grievances, and focus on finding solutions for the current situation. Compromise and negotiation. Be willing to meet each other halfway, and find solutions that work for everyone involved. Setting boundaries. Establish clear boundaries to protect yourself from further hurt and create a healthier dynamic. Section 7. The Power of Perspective. Shifting from blame to understanding. One of the biggest obstacles to resolving family feuds is the tendency to get stuck in a cycle of blame and defensiveness. Each person feels justified in their anger, making it difficult to see the other side. Shifting from blame to understanding is crucial. This involves empathy. Try to see the situation from the other person's perspective and understand how they might be feeling. Self-reflection. Examine your own role in the conflict and acknowledge how your actions or words might have contributed to the problem. Taking responsibility. Be willing to apologize for your part in the conflict, even if you believe you're only partially at fault. Remember, the goal is not to determine who's right or wrong, but to find a path toward healing and reconciliation. This requires a willingness to let go of the need to be right and to prioritize the relationship over the conflict. Forgiveness is often seen as a sign of weakness, but in the context of family feuds, it can be an incredibly powerful act of strength and healing. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the other person's actions or forgetting the hurt they caused. It means releasing the anger and resentment that have been holding you captive. Forgiveness is a process, not a single event. It takes time, patience, and a conscious effort to let go of the pain. It's also important to remember that forgiveness is a personal choice. No one can force you to forgive, and it's okay to take the time you need to heal. However, if you're able to find it within yourself to forgive, it can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to move forward without the burden of anger and resentment, creating space for healing and reconciliation. Sometimes family feuds are too complex or deeply rooted for family members to resolve on their own. This is where professional help can be invaluable. A therapist or counselor can provide a safe and neutral space. A therapist's office offers a safe and neutral environment for family members to communicate openly and honestly. Conflict resolution skills. Therapists can teach family members effective communication and conflict resolution skills. Perspective and insight. A therapist can offer objective perspectives and insights into the family dynamics that might be contributing to the feud. Support and guidance. Therapy can provide family members with the support and guidance they need to navigate the challenging process of healing and reconciliation. Seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength and a commitment to finding a resolution. It shows a willingness to invest in the relationship and to work toward a healthier future. Resolving a family feud is not a quick fix. It's a process that takes time, patience, and a commitment from all parties involved. Even if you're able to reach a resolution, rebuilding trust and communication takes effort. This involves small steps. Start with small gestures of kindness and reconciliation. Consistency. Be consistent in your efforts to communicate and rebuild trust. Patience. Understand that it will take time for wounds to heal and for trust to be fully restored. Remember, relationships are built on a foundation of trust, respect, and communication. By focusing on these key elements, you can begin to rebuild the bridges that have been broken. Family feuds can be incredibly painful and divisive, leaving lasting scars on the family fabric. However, it's important to remember that even the deepest wounds can heal with time, effort, and a willingness to forgive. While not all family feuds can be fully resolved, striving for understanding, communication, and empathy can make a world of difference. By choosing to break the cycle of anger and resentment, we create the possibility for healing, forgiveness, and reconciliation. And sometimes that's all we can ask for. Thank you for joining me. I hope this has been helpful in understanding the complexities of family feuds. Join me next time as we explore the challenges of blended families.